Hey everybody, MichaelBtheGameGenie here, and on today's video we're going to be taking a look at my trip to Galloping Ghost Arcade in Brookfield, Illinois. From my Chicago trip, let's take a look at all the machines that are in the place, and many people say this is the largest arcade in the world. You guys get to take the tour with me and decide for yourself if that's true, and I'll tell you more about it right after this. So guys, that's right. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my tour of the Galloping Ghost Arcade, and we'll answer the question, is this the biggest arcade in the world? I think you know the answer. Anyways, I apologize. I know a lot of my friends live stream their events. You've probably already been through this a bunch before. B did an excellent job. Everybody else did. I started live streaming and realized that wasn't for me. I didn't want to try to go through it that way. I wanted to experience it for myself, stop and play a machine when I wanted to play it. So what I did was I went back and recorded my tour a little bit later. But before I show you the tour, I want to say thank you so much for everybody checking out the video. Guys, I always appreciate the support. And if this is your first time to the channel, you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications and all that YouTube stuff. So guys, in this video, I'm going to be doing my tour of Galloping Ghost Arcade. It's considered to be the largest arcade in the world. They say one of the largest. They're just being nice because it is the largest arcade, and you'll see that as we start going through. For those of you who don't know about Galloping Ghost, they're in Brookfield, Illinois. I'll leave a link to their website in the description down below so you can go check them out. And you might also want to check them out on Twitch because every single Monday they add a new arcade game to the arcade. It's the Mystery Monday arcade. So they've got something lined up that they're building up, and they announce it every single Monday. Tune in, watch the awesome owner, Doc Mac, reveal that cabinet to you. So guys, I have no problem admitting to you that going to Galloping Ghost has been a bucket list item for me pretty much for the last couple of years, ever since I first saw it on John's Arcade. And here you can see John and Doc Mac on screen looking at the awesome Sega Time Traveler and Holosseum cabinets that I actually got to check out for myself. Anyways, I've been a huge fan. Every time anybody, Retro Ralph, anybody has gone to Galloping Ghost, I'm always so jealous, and I'm just absolutely floored that I got an opportunity to actually go there and check out this awesome arcade for myself. So with that out of the way, guys, I want to share my tour of the arcade. Hopefully I captured everything. I'm not going to lie to you. When I actually recorded my stuff, it was after I had a couple of beverages, so it might not be the highest quality ever. Hopefully it's still fun. Thank you so much for checking it out, and this is Michael B. the Game Genie touring Galloping Ghost. So guys, this is Michael B. about to go into the world's largest arcade, Galloping Ghost Arcade. I've got my hat on from Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger. Hooked me up with an Arcade 1-Up hat. I got a bag with me. I'm going to be bringing it with me. We're going into Galloping Ghost. I just want to give you guys a quick tour of what we're seeing here. Honestly, it's a little overwhelming. I'm not going to lie to you. When you get inside, there's so much stuff. There's a cruise and sit down that unfortunately is out of order. We got a Blue Falcon with somebody playing it there. We've also got an F-Zero cab. I'm hoping to get into that at some point. Over here we have Neo Geo cab with Xenocrisis on the outside. I recently saw that in one of the Monday game reveals. I love Xenocrisis. I play it on my, I forget what it's called now, Evercade, and my Evercade BS all the time. So let's go down this side. We got Sonic and All-Stars Racing Arcade. Love the game on the Switch. I'm so sorry. So guys, we turn here. We've got Jump Bug Ring, the plastic arcades. I want to show you around here. They've got Virtua Hexa. Then we've got Street Fighter 2 Turbo Championship Edition. You can't see the sides. It might be the same as Yoga Flame. It's definitely not. Street Fighter 2 Grandmaster Challenge Capcom. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I've never played that. I might come back to that later. We've also got Ninja Kids. That's all playing Street Fighter 5. I'm sorry, man. I won't get in your way. Street Fighter Alpha. Street Fighter 0. And then we've got Street Fighter the movie, the game. Arm Chamber. I was playing this a lot earlier. This is so much fun. Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Tatsunoko versus Capcom. I tried to ask John D about this on a stream one time. I don't know what this is here. That's outside my realm.
Crystal Castles. I can play that with my feet. Not really. I just saw that in King of Kong. Cloak and Dagger. Kangaroo. That's a fun one. Oh, that's good art right there. Big Panic. I don't know that one. Stunt Cycle. I have definitely heard of. Pack Rat. That's a fun one. Roadrunner. Retro Ralph had that one. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Marble Madness is the Atari Isle. Blasteroids. Big Panic. Oh, he's gone crazy. There's Christopher.
Hey, how's it going?
What's happening? We got Asteroids Deluxe, Asteroids, Strike Force, not the tag team with Tito Santana and Rick Martel.
Dude, we need to play
Total
some WrestleMania.
I'm surprised they don't have a WrestleFest here. That really pisses me off.
They don't? Did you ask?
No, I didn't see a WrestleFest. I've been around this place a couple
I
times.
saw Matamania.
Got a Lunar Lander, Red Baron, Battle Zone, Judge Dredd. Here we go, Lozerian. And guys, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a dream to come here finally. Two Tigers, unfortunately, is down. What is this one? This is Cosmic Cruiser. Space Duel. That's Space Duel. Major Havoc is up. And this was fantastic. I was playing a little earlier. Unfortunately, the roller wasn't super receptive. Maybe they should talk to Glenn's Retro Show. A Tempest cabinet. Unfortunately, Tempest is down. I really wanted to play the original. Trog, I know everybody loves it. It's not one of my tops. Joust. Timber and Tapper being played, rightfully so, because they're fucking awesome. Joust 2. Defender. I do want to play Defender before I leave. Domino Man. Tron. Oh, I'm excited to play the original Tron. We got this is Tron. Less excited. This is Craterator. Not familiar. Journey. I want to play before I leave. And there's the best game in the entire world, Robotron 2084. The perfect arcade game, in my opinion. Next to it is Moon Patrol and Stargate. We've also got Motorcade USA, Spy Hunter, which I eventually think Arcade 1-Up will release. Wizard of War, which you can play on your Midway Legacy Edition. Bosconian, which you should be able to play on your Midway Legacy Edition. There's no reason why it's not there, especially when Paperboy is. Sinister, I know Justin Console Kids wants that one. That's a good one. Bubbles, a personal favorite of mine. If I had my time back, I would have a Bubbles cap right now. Splat, Blaster, Inferno, Space Invaders, and this cabinet is so cool in person. Miss Pac-Man, absolutely beautiful. I hate that they do this, these dual cabs, but there it is. We've got Turkey Shoot, Narc, which is famous for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles money. Smash TV, which me and Dubs just played. Rally X, which was supposed to be on the Pac-Man Legacy. Galaga, Galaxian, and what is this? Flicky. F Flicky. Sorry to the Flicky fans. Hit the Ice. Good Canadian content right there. So we move into this aisle now. Nostalgia's favorite game, Tetris. That's on there. Columns. I didn't know there was actually a Columns arcade game. That's funny. Battletoads, which anybody who has Killer Instinct, you would know about that one. Street Fighter, Puzzle Fighter Turbo, Atomic Punk, Flax, which is horrible. I don't know why that's on the cabinet. Bubble Bobble, not my jam. Tricycle Son, Calorie Con, Arcanide, and Revenge of Doe is here. We also got Thunder Hoop, which is surprisingly fun. Missile Command! This is Sega Missile Command. Interesting cabinet. I would rather see the original Missile Command. Then we got this aisle here, which I haven't really been down. We've got Kick, Game Ground. That's fun. Hot Rod, which I'm not familiar with, but this has a 3-wheel setup, kind of like Super Sprint. Anteater. Sometimes I worry about just the obscurity. This is Portman, Fuller, Crackdown, Bonanza Bros, Scramble Spirits, Alien Syndrome, and Weeby Joe is unfortunately out. We got some guys here playing 19K Fox's favorite, Alien vs. Predator in a big blue. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, bro.
Sega Cyber Police E-SWAT. Golden Axe. I love Golden Axe. Tough Turf. I've never heard of Tough Turf. That's a new one to me. Shinobi, of course. Shadow Dancer, which is the unlisted sequel Shinobi. Altered Beast. What a cool artwork there, guys. What a cool game. Love Altered Beast. Forgotten Worlds. I'm not a big fan of Forgotten Worlds. Ghosts and Goblins. Cool Cabinet. And then Ghouls and Gas, which are absolutely fantastic. So guys, moving on, let's go through the whole arcade here. Did I show you this aisle? I did, absolutely. Tapper and Timber. Ludicrous. We've got an Outrun here. I played it earlier. Unfortunately, the wheel is a little less responsive. I actually prefer my arcade one-up cabinet. It's weird. We got a Super Hang-On. Over here, we got a Tattoo Assassins. We got one of those dual cabs they do. Daytona USA. I don't know what this is. Continental Circuit by Taito. That's a name I'm not familiar with. We've got Sega Turbo. Anybody who's seen Wreck-It Ralph would know that one. Stalker. We got Pocket Fighter. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Unfortunately, out of order. Bad timing. Virtual Racer. RPM, which I've never heard of personally. Night Driver, another one that I'm unfamiliar with. Pole Position, which everybody knows. Elemental Pole Position, everybody wants. Soul Calibur 2. I'm sorry, guys, go ahead. Not a live stream, don't worry about it. Tekken Tag, Tekken 3. I don't even know what that is. Pole Position 2. APB. I actually had an opportunity to buy an APB cab a while back. Double Dragon 2, which unfortunately Arcade 1-Up are not releasing, and it is such a cool cabinet. Super Pac-Man, as you can see, there's actually a hole for Pac-Man's mouth. Championship Sprint with 2 wheels. Hard Driving, which is a hard game to play. Danny Boy Blues. World Rally. Vendetta by Konami. Man, the screens are so big on these. Freeze, like compared to an Arcade 1-Up with a 17-inch screen, this is bananas. And then Off-Road, which is a game I anticipate Arcade 1-Up releasing relatively soon with multiple steering wheels. So we're moving on. We talked about Battletoads. We talked about Vampire Savior, Vampire Savior 2. Anybody who has Big Blue, you're familiar with these games. Lasso, I've never heard of. Rainbow Islands. You are not a Bubble Bobble game. Stop trying to pretend you are. Ninja, Baseball Batman. ABGN's favorite game. I don't know what this is. Virus Circle. Yikes. Then we've got a Neo Geo aisle here. I'm going to try to pass by everybody without irritating them. Waku Waifu. We got King of Fighters. A bunch of Neo Geo games. If you're a Neo Geo fan, this is definitely the place you want to be. I'm more of a Metal Slug guy. I don't get into the Neo Geo Fighters. This is a Metal Slug 6. Hey, Ezekiel, what's happening,
What's
brother?
up, brother? How are you?
I'm okay. I'm trying to do a full tour, so this is going slowly. And then we have another aisle here. So we've got RC Pro-Am 2, Saber, Xenophobe, Deathstalker, Rampage World Tour, and an original Rampage cabinet. Majestic 12, I've never heard of this one, and this is a Mega Race environmental cabinet. Zwackery, Blasted, International Team Laser, a tool
How's it
from
going?
Canada. What's happening?
What's up?
We're the only Canadian content
That's
here.
right. We're actually
Canada
looking for
represent.
Contra
You're looking
right
for
now.
Contra. I don't know
Yeah,
if there's
did you
original
find
Contra here.
Because Console Quits really wants to play Contra and he can't
Contra
find
sucks.
it right
Arcade Contra sucks. Tell
Well,
them to see if
if
there's
you-
an NES here.
now. Yes, I would like it.
Pigskin, I've never heard of this. I'm just looking around. Bomb Jack, Blast Off, Arch Rivals, that's one we all know from the console world. International Team Laser. All right, I'm going in here now. This is another space. This arcade is so freaking big, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I will ignore. There's an Icaraga. There is a Get Smiles over there. Striker's 1945. Alpha Plus. In the Hunt. Giga Wing. And I don't know what this is. Raystorm. Time Pilot 84, that's a personal favorite of mine. Twin Bros, Death Saber, I've never heard of. Dragon Spirit, which I like. Tengai, Hammer Away. Thunder Spirits, oh that's fun. Choplifter. And then over here we got some special caps before I get there. T2 Strikes Back. Look at this shit, man. There's so much stuff here. There's a Castlevania arcade game, which sucks. A Silent Hill in the arcade also kind of sucks. You get a Zaxxon, Megaforce, Xevious. I don't even know what this is. That's something I haven't heard of. Samurai Aces. We're in the obscure stuff here now. X Multiplicity. Sub Rock 3D. I've never heard of that. Tiger Hellion Sky Shark in a combination cabinet. Gunbird and Gunbird 2 for you iRarcade fans. UN Squadron. Carrion Aces. Oh my god, there's so much stuff here. You guys don't know, my arm's getting tired and we have so much more to cover. 19XX, 1941 Counterattack. I love this game. Raiden 2. 1942, 1943. Raiden 3. Why is 19K Fox not here? Raiden Fighters 2, Twin Eagle 2. Oh my god, Resin and this Nintendo R-Type is so freaking cool. R-Type 2. I haven't even heard of this Twin Cobra Mission Craft. R-Type Leo. Radiant Silver Gun, but it might be up. Giga Wing 2. Hellfire, Zero Wing, which everybody knows, all your base belong to us. Zero Gunner, Aero Fighter, Zero Fighters. Holy shit, Radius 4, Radius 3. So much stuff. Let's go up here. Centuri Phoenix, that's one I've always wanted to play. Circus Charlie, Swimmer, Gyrus, Gorf. May have to stop and play Gorf for a minute. There's the Death Smiles we talked about earlier. Alright guys, just 1 second. I want to play Gyrus, Gorf, before I go anywhere. So guys, honestly I stopped for a second and played Gorf. Gorf is amazing. I need this in my life. Vapor Trail. Talk about Death Smiles. Sexy Parodius. Let's move on. Back to the arcade. I don't know if we covered these or not. We got Bomb Jack. And I don't know whether it's Blast Off. So moving over here, we've got Space Lords. Did we do Gang Ground, Hot Rod? I think we did all this stuff earlier. If we didn't, I'm very sorry. I'm also very drunk. So moving up this section, I'm sorry, I got halfway done. We got a Section Z. This is the first time I've seen this one. Beachhead 2000. Sorry, man. Kung Fu Master. That looks fun. Ninja Spirit. I love Ninja Spirit. I play that on the TurboGrafx 16 all the time. Unoriginal Frogger. I have to play that before I leave. Ribbit. I don't know what that is. Mr. Driller. Taito. Lunar Rescue. Starbox. Satan's Hollow, which I've heard so much about. Definitely going to play that. 64th Street, which I've only played in recreation cabs. Lunar Rescue, Mr. Driller, we talked about that. Magic Cat Adventure, that's a new one to me. Gunterra, Elevator Action, Pdubs favorite. Jungle King, which eventually changed to, I forget what it was called. Quicks, which not a big fan of. Superstars and WrestleFest, there it is. They did a combination that hurts my soul. Cabal, Sector X, Copper Road, Colony 7, Zookeeper, unfortunately is down. I love Zookeeper. Omni's wanted to play the original, but it's out. That sucks. Alright, so here we've got Sega Strike Fighter, RC2, Surge, Xenophobe, and I think we've been in this area, and then we've also got Gauntlet. Ultra X weapon, that's definitely, I forget what he's called, I don't remember, Ultraman on the side there, and then we got Giant Monsters, Godzilla, Operation Thunderbolt, Terminator 2, which I've been looking for, Monkey Ball, I've never heard of, didn't even know it was a real arcade, Carnival, I've always wanted to play, that's a guilty pleasure, War, Final Assault, Dirty Pigskin Football, Invasion, Area 51, Steel Gunner 2, Spinal Breakers, Combat Tribes, and PJ Boy in-game. Dragon Gun, oh my god. Beastbusters, Express Raider, I don't know what some of these is. I definitely know what Nibbler is. Nibbler's a fun game. Sunset Riders and Cowboys of Moon Mesa in the same cab. That hurts my soul. I hate these combination cabs. I wish they didn't do them. Dungeons & Dragons, Tower of Doom, and Shadow over Mysteria. Played those on the Nintendo Switch. Renegade. Oh, my buddy Mike Levy, there's an official Night Stalkers cabinet. I'm gonna have to play that Black Tiger. We got a Commando. There's the Contra cab that the guys were looking for earlier. Super Contra. Jackal. I love Jackal on the NES. Warrior Blade, such a cool cabinet. This game's available on iArcade, and it's a winner. Rostan, and what's that other one? Nastan Warrior. There's an original Final Fight. Look how cool that looks. Violent Storm, another Konami great beat 'em up. RoboCop, very cool. Romstar, The Ninja Warriors, console fans would love it. Versus Castlevania, I have no interest in playing. Haunted Castle, I absolutely have interest in playing. Splatterhouse, holy shit. We got a Cubert, I gotta play before I go. Cobra Command, which is out of order, unfortunately. Rolling Thunder.
Are you live?
No, I'm just
You're
recording.
recording B-roll?
Yeah, just
B-roll?
No, this is video. Video. We got Kristen Steps, King Kong, video. Splatterhouse. I'm so fucking excited for Splatterhouse. Mappy in a big. Is this Mappy in a big blue? What is going on here?
Do you want me to record you playing something?
No, I'm good. I'm just doing a tour. Bad dudes! It's not aged poorly. It's so cool.
God, dude.
Look at that marquee, man.
This is
That's
the
so
shittiest
awesome.
game here. For Pdubs.
And we got Gauntlet Legacy, Cubert Cubes. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. Mad Planets, which is a winner. Arena. Argus. What else we got here? Huyan, which B-Kong's not getting any of tonight because he's over here.
Can you take a photo with me?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Live stream photo. Bagman, cool game. Tasmania. Quantum. Oh, Juno first. I absolutely have to play before I leave. Crawl. Amador Frenzy. Berserk. I played a little bit earlier. I love Berserk. And Three Stooges. I didn't even know there was a Three Stooges arcade game. I'm not as in love with the NES game as other people are. Gottlieb Reactor, Mach 3, Us vs. Them. Exterminator has the coolest cab ever. Look at that shit. So we got Turtles and Scramble. I hate these combination cabs. Cliffhanger, Dark Water, and then we've got a really cool auto here. We got Dig Dug, Warlords, love Warlords. Atari Force Liberator, just in console kits.
Angelo,
how's it going? No worries. Atari Centipede, which I have to play for my wife before I leave. Millipede, and Tubin, which has that beautiful marquee, which I told you about. Assault 720. I know a lot of people wanted me to play 720 Paperboy with the correct controls, which is actually playable. Zaxxon. Did I do this aisle yet? We got a Dragon's Lair. Unfortunately, the screen is jacked. Dragon's Lair 2. Karate Champ. Moon Shuttle. And this one is Tunnel Hunt, which I've never heard of. And then we got a real Space Ace cabinet, and it is so cool. Unfortunately, also out. Arm wrestling, but not the fun arm wrestling we played earlier. Super Punch Out. Interstellar, Mousetrap. What is this one here? Venture, Schiller. we're getting into the exiting gun games, Cheyenne and also Pepper 2. And then we've got Nintendo Wild, Popeye, I love Popeye, Super Mario Bros. Then we have the real Mario Bros. Donkey Kong 3, Donkey Kong Jr., and Donkey Kong, which I played earlier and did horribly at. God bless you people that can play it well. Now we're finally ready to hit the other section. There's so much arcade here. Alright guys, so we have a Ghost Squad, House of the Dead, House of the Dead 2, Samurai Showdown, Double Dragon, Radar Zone, Gun Force, House of the Dead 3, my favorite Xbox game, House of the Dead 4, which is down unfortunately. Guys, sorry about this. Aliens Armageddon, War Gods, Crime City, Vanguard, Aliens Extermination, Spy Hunter 2, which I didn't even know about, Jurassic Park The Ride, which I love, Ninja Gaiden, which is honestly the hardest arcade game ever, definitely the NES game's better, Caveman Ninja, Joe and Mac, Dragon Breed, there's so much shit here. The Kung Fu Master Jackie Chan, Demolition Derby, Bio Freaks, Arabian Fight, which you guys on iArcade have probably played before. I love that game. Oh, this is different. Arabian Fight is different. This is the Sega game. Never mind. Golden Axe, The Duel. Newman Athletes. Super High Impact. And down here we got Time Pilot. I absolutely love Time Pilot. Guardian, which I'm not familiar with. Karnoff, which I am familiar with. Phelios, which I've owned on the Sega Genesis, cool arcade game. Jailbreak. King of the Dragons, which is on your new Yoga Flame cabinet. New Zealand Story. Solar Warrior. Strider and Strider 2 on the same cabinet. Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey. NBA Jam. As you can see, no Shaq on the side. Final Blow, which I've never heard of. Stun Runner. Dio Piranha. Whatever the hell this is. Vanguard is up. Crime City's up. And this looks to be in a Tempest cabinet. I don't know if you can see that there. I was excited for a second. I thought Tempest was working. Tempest is not working. War Gods. We've been through the gun games. So let's move over here now. We got Rygar. What is this? The Legend of Street is Born. Crazy Taxi. 005 Primal Rage. Primal Rage 2, which is exclusive to Galloping Ghost Nitro Ball. Cruising World. Wolfgang. Chicago 1929. Rush 2029. Space Firebird. Junior Pac-Man. Hydro Thunder. Arctic Thunder. I actually have an opportunity to buy. Tetris Challenge. Mario Kart TX. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to sneak by you there now. Bit of a tight fit, sorry man. Two Crew Dudes. The Cliffhanger. Where Randy, I laugh every time I see that game. What a cool marquee. Blueprint. Desert Assault. Get a Batman Forever. Whatever the hell this is. Seawolf. Willow. Cool arcade game. Great Rally. Tank Force, Rolling Thunder 2, Pixel Fight, Gun Force, and there is Beavis and Butthead, Tecmo Bowl, The Outfoxers, Dig Dug 2, iRobot, that's a fun one, Super Dodgeball, Steel Gunner, Beastbusters, really love that marquee, and Operation Wolf 3, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, Blood Brothers, Tetris the Grandmaster, Wonder Boy, Night Strikers, Dig Dug 2. Guys, here's the Sega Spider-Man cabinet. This is absolutely beautiful. I love that game. Jolly Ghost, Star Wars Racer, Cyber Sled, Star Wars Arcade, and there's another Star Wars game. We got the real Ghostbusters. This is one I was excited to play, but unfortunately it's not working. We've got Laser Ghost, Revenge of Death at our Arcade 1-Up did a really good job on this cabinet. I love this game. Mad Dog McCree 2, Solar Quest. Oh my god, look at this stuff. I hate these double cabinets. I know why they did it. Trojan. What is this? Dying Like a Swine, Pig Out. What a weird game. We've also got Mercs, Ninja Clowns, Prehistoric Isle, Sailor Moon. I can't believe they actually made an arcade of that. Quartet. I don't know what that is. Truxton 2. I gotta get back to that. Rival School game. Starhawk. These games aren't working. Armor Attack and Ripoff. Dragon Ball Z. I've got to get Fox over to take a look at that one. Mega Man, Rockman 2, Spawn, Powered, Star Castle, The Pit, which I've never heard of, Century Game, and Crime Fighters. We've also got Sidearms. Don't know anything about Sidearms. Of course I do. I played it on Sega Genesis. Magic Sword, great Capcom game. JJ Squawk. Gondomania. Street Fighter EX Plus, Night Warriors in a Big Blue. We're coming up to a Big Blue aisle here. You guys will love it. Buck Rogers. Oh, there's so much shit here. Super Monaco GP, Bump Jump, Power Drift, which is on your Outrun cabinet, Dirt Fox, Double Dribble, Bionic Commando, which somehow hasn't made it on an Arcade 1-Up cab yet, Crash. I don't know what this is. Fast, Freebie. Boot Camp, never heard of this one. Platin, Robbie Roto. We talked about this in a Retro Ralph video recently. This is the game that came out that was never meant to be. Surprise Attack, G-Lock. We played the real G-Lock a little while ago. Boogie Wings, TNK2, the main event. We play on iArcade. I don't know what that is. Prisoner of War. Alligator Hunt, Gate of Doom, Victory Road, a lot of TurboGrafx games here. Atari Arabian, that's a fun one I want to play. Gunsmoke, Nintendo fans will know that one. Lead Aids, Sonic Championship, Aqua Jagger, Virtual Fighter, now that's a cool cab. You remember that one was supposed to come out. Wrestle War, which is on your Golden Axe cab. Temco Knights. What is this one? Mace, The Dark Side, Virtua Fighter. Then we got Dark Adventure, Apache Skull and Crossbones, Kadash, Space App, Fantasy Zone, Marvel vs. Capcom, and then Batman, which I've never played and I love Batman. Moving on, we got Captain America and the Avengers, Super Zaxxon, Cyberball, which I've never played before. Sorry, guys. Rescue Radar, Star Trek, Zaxxon, Mystic Warriors, that's a fun one. Ladybug, Space Fury, Eliminator, Mr. Doo's Castle, Mr. Doo, Congo Bongo, Monster Bash, Carnival, Alex Kidd, I can do without that one. Death Connection, Track and Field, which was supposed to come out for Arcade 1-Up, Heartbreak, Moon Cresta, Blitz 99 compared to the new Arcade 1-Up Blitz, Pac-Mania. Now this is how you do a Pac-Mania cab. See, this is the difference in the marquee. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a 3D marquee. Arcade 1-Up didn't do that. Risky Challenge, Open Ice, Hopping Mappy, Super Burger Time. Hate these double cabs. Open Ice, which I showed you. Championship Spike. Elevator Action 2, Class of 81. And Kid Mickey, the Radical Ninja. Moving on, guys, we got the Simpsons. Y'all know this one. Notice how much more comfortable it is without the trackball in the middle. Then we unfortunately have Guilty Gear X down. Darius is up, Darius 2. Metamorphic Force, fun game. Shadow Force, I'll let you decide. Undercover Cops, super fun game. Darius 2, Darius Burst. Pit Fighter, horrible game. Rampart, not my favorite, kind of boring. Silent Scope, now that's fun shit. Dark Silhouette, Operation Gunburst, we're getting into the gun games here. Galaxy Ranger, Astron built, Gunblade, LA Guns. Myself and Michael from iArcade played this earlier. Zombie Raid, Lethal Enforcers, Action Hero, we played this too. That one's so good. Aliens, that one's fun. Hydra, I don't know if we played that one. Birding, JoJo's Venture, Astron Belt. This arcade is so big. So we got Police Trainer, another gun game, Police Trainer 2, Crazy Climber 2. I know Carl would appreciate that one. Quake, the arcade game. This one guy who tunes into my channel all the time and he says, is this Quake? I wish I could remember his name right now. Nostradamus, Savage Quest, The Lost World by Sega, Jurassic Park, also a gun game. I had played that before I'm done. Lucky and Wild, The First Funky Fighter, Atari Star Wars, down. There's an Elemental Star Wars here, also down. Mars is up and working. This is a Cabaret Cab. Unfortunately, they bastardized my favorite arcade game of all time, one of my favorites, G.I. Joe. It's Team with a Bucky over here, and they're having some screen issues. We've got the soon-to-be-released from Arcade 1-Up Time Crisis cabinet. Obviously, the Arcade 1-Up is going to be a little bit smaller. Speed Racer, which I've never heard of. Brave Firefighters, hopefully, is better than Fahrenheit on the Sega CD. Space Harrier, down. Rad Mobile, also down. But luckily, Afterburner is up and running. And then we've got Armadillo Revolution X, the game where music is your weapon. What is this one? Dominion Blue. There's some weird shit here, guys. Blackheart, Depth Charge, and way back here, we got Enduro Racer. Alright, let's climb this again. We got Act Fancer, Bonk's Avenger, which I didn't know was actually an arcade game. I didn't know it was an NES game for a long time. Legendary Wings, which is definitely an NES game. Evolution, Virtua Fighter. There's too many of these games. Virtua Fighter 2 in like a big blue style. Lethal Enforcer 2, the Gunfighters. The Crystal Kings, I'm not familiar with. Penguin Brothers. Die Hard Arcade, which is badass. Viper Phase. Tranquilizer, which is down. Prime Patrol, another gun game, looks fun. Chameleon, not familiar with that one. RoboCop 2 with that beautiful, beautiful circular marquee. Thief, Taito Alcon, Pitfall: The Last Caverns, Cadillac and Dinosaurs from my buddy Mike Levy. He asked me to find this out. They've got the cabinet, but unfortunately no art, no control panel. Classic Capcom, Desert Breaker, another conversion cab, Heated Barrel, which is, I guess, Heavy Barrel 2. I've never heard of this one, but I want to play it. Bermuda Triangle, I've been drinking Belgian beers all night that were called Belgian Bermuda Triangles. The Punisher in a big blue. I love the Punisher. I'm heartbroken it's not going to be on another Arcade 1-Up cabinet. Darkstalkers with a giant screen. I will admit this, I wish the Arcade 1-Ups had a giant screen. Sorry guy, go ahead. Armed Police Unit, Homeland, Eco Fighters, which is the shits, I don't care what anybody says. Cyberbots, Saturday Night Slam Masters in the big blue. Prairie Warriors, Ninja, Midnight Resistance, Battle Circuit, Super Muscle, this is Street Fighter 2, Slam Masters 2, Super Muscle Bomber 2, X-Men Children of the Atom. Marvel Superheroes is gorgeous in the big blue. This is how it should have came out. X-Men vs. Street Fighter, I love. Turtles in Time, bastardized in the one cabinet. At least it's the best game. Return of the Jedi, which I had an opportunity to buy myself. Captain Commando in a big blue. Then as we move over here, we got an Operation Wolf. We got a Starblade, Star Rider. There is a Gun, Survivor 2 Biohazard. This is a sit-down Sinistar like Retro Ralph has. Space Gun, I'm going to play you sit-down Sinistar soon. X-Men, 6-player, unfortunately doesn't work.
So guys, that's my look at Galloping Ghost Arcade, the largest arcade in the world. The place was absolutely awesome. If there was ever anything you ever wanted to play, you're possibly going to find it in here. This is definitely one of those arcades you want to go to if you want to find oddities and those games you're not going to see in your normal barricades where they put the most popular shit in there. Were there some problems with the arcade? Sure. Like, there were a couple games that were down, a couple screen issues, like I really wanted to play an original Star Wars arcade, Atari Star Wars arcade, but unfortunately, when I found the environmental sit-down cabinet, the screen was a little bit dark on that, and I did find a stand-up that I wanted to play, but the screen had gone out on that, and it was all red. There were a lot of machines down. Tempest was down, which seemed to be a normal with every single arcade we went to. There were other stuff that were down, and the other thing that I understand why they do it because of space constraints, but it bummed me out that I hit some arcade machines that I guess are standard at other places but are really exciting to me, like Turtles and Turtles in Time was in a combination cab, Sunset Riders and G.I. Joe was in a combination cab, and for me, I would like to see those standalone cabinets. I was so excited to play a G.I. Joe. I haven't seen one since probably 96, and when I saw it was a combination cab with Sunset Riders with no real art on the side, it bummed me out a little, but I completely understand why they do it. These are popular games you're going to find in other arcades, not necessarily there. There was some other really weird stuff, like the Castlevania stand-up whip arcade game. I didn't necessarily love that, but there was a lot of stuff to try, and I had fun. The absolute tops for me, from my experience, was getting to meet Doc Mack. I mean, I was so starstruck just seeing him, and he's such a normal and nice guy. Like, getting a chance to talk to him was just wonderful. Now, you guys probably also noticed the hat on my head. That's because we met up with Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger, and the guy is like the absolute minch, like super nice. He brought hats and sweaters for everybody, emblazoned with Arcade 1-Up logos on it, so thank you very much. But on top of that, I just want to share my overall experience. We only spent a day at Galloping Ghost Arcade and Galloping Ghost Pinball, and I thought it might be a little overkill that we were going to spend the whole day there, and that was bullshit, because honestly, I spent a day there and I've got to play maybe 5 arcade games. It's like my home arcade. I went in there, I saw Robotron, I played Robotron. I really wish I'd taken more time. Like, you could spend a week there and still not play through everything if you're doing it right. So I had a lot of fun. I've got to play a bunch of stuff. One of my other great experiences was I met up with Bob Oif, and Bob was super nice. He brought his kids along, and I got to play the Grid with his kids, which has got to be the inspiration for so many of these Battle Royale games we're playing now. The Grid was the original Battle Royale game. Loads of fun. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed Galloping Ghost, but I will tell you, don't do what I did. Go get the week pass and actually go give it a great chance. I played all the stuff I really wanted to play, like an original Donkey Kong. I played a ton of Robotron there. Machine was pretty good, in pretty good working shape. Not like the one at Replay Arcade later that night, where that was a piece of shit. Both the Replay Arcade and the Machine Robotron there, but I had a ton of fun. Definitely take a good amount of time, go to Galloping Ghost, have a really good time. I almost forgot too, Doc. Luckily, B, who is the ultimate party planner, also finagled us an opportunity to go check out the giant G-Lock machine. I forget what it's called exactly, but we all got to go in and do our test in the G-Lock machine, and none of us passed the panic button. Everybody got in, stuck it out, and that was a wild experience. Like, I'm a big guy. I was afraid I'd break the machine, but luckily the machine withstood my girth, and I got through it, and I shot down 22 planes, but couldn't quite land the plane. I think the only person who actually landed the plane was Bob Oif, who I mentioned earlier. Bob shot down, it was like 30 planes and then landed successfully, so congratulations, Bob. Anyways, wonderful time at Galloping Ghost. I'll go back and say it again. If you're headed there, make sure you take more than a day, because you're going to need more than a day. There's so much to explore, so much to see, so much to do. If there's a classic arcade you want to play, definitely they have it. Is it the world's largest arcade? I can't say, but for me, I was definitely overwhelmed to the point where I felt like it was. Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. This is Michael B. the Game Genie, and I'll talk to you guys next time.